Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the first 30 of the Funky Panther. We have got our friend Theresa here. What's up, Theresa?
Hey.
Finally in the studio for the first time. She's been on the show before as we kind of popped up at the Visit Fort Worth show a few months ago, right? You were on for a little bit. And you've helped us, and you're always in the chat. So, like, this is no other Tuesday for you, really. Like, you're just, instead of being at home talking to us, you're here talking to us.
I get to talk smack from this side, you know. But I'm afraid of what might get dished out in the chat to me today.
I can't wait.
We'll have to see.
You've been on JJTM, right?
I have.
Yeah, so you know how those boys run it over there.
Yes, it's frightening that they actually have my vocals now. I don't know what they'll do with them.
I know, and I'll have your vocals
Tim's gotten
too.
pretty good with it, too, so good luck with that. But yeah, so on our social media and everything like that, we said we were going to have Denver Williams on. Unfortunately, Denver's not going to be making it with us here today. But we've got the better of the two duo that we're going to be here with us tonight with Theresa. So either way, we're going to be talking about some really cool shit that's happening with Fort Worth and the Public Library and Amplify 817 and the showcase coming up here in next Friday.
Next Friday,
it is coming up quick.
I know.
So we'll talk about that. But as always in the first 30, we're just going to shoot the shit, talk to you in the chat. If you have anything to say, let us know. What up, Hervey? How's it going? We're not jabronis. You're a jabroni. And so, yeah, we'll just be hanging out talking about what
Shut up, Rudy Poo.
talking about what we've been up to the past week.
Translate, please. No, okay.
It's a wrestling thing.
Just messing.
Okay. It's The Rock. The Rock did that. He says jabroni, right?
Man.
Am I right?
Yeah.
I have been watching.
Rita's going to be so disappointed.
Yeah, I know. That's the first
So
thing
I've been
I thought
watching on Vice TV here lately. Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
it
wanna get her
is
opinion
so
on that.
fucking good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I just watched maybe like 2 episodes in now, 3. Just
Okay.
watched the whole Bret Hart thing.
Oh, yeah, that's-
and how that all
yeah,
went down.
yeah.
It's crazy because wrestling is always it's fake. Oh, it's fake. Dude, they fuck each other over.
There's a lot of real to it.
There
Like,
is.
There is putting your body through some shit.
But it's not just that. It's the politics behind everything. And if you're not on the right side of Vince McMahon, you're getting fucked over and all that. So, dude, incredible show. I thoroughly enjoyed it so far.
So
Just wait.
Dark Side of the Ring?
Dark
Yeah.
Side of the Ring.
Okay,
And
cool.
so if you don't know like a lot of wrestling lore, it's fine. You can watch it and you'll get into like just kind of the behind the scenes stuff and all like the bad shit that's gone down. They touch on in season 2. They touch on Chris Benoit, who killed his whole family and himself. They touch on
I didn't know that.
yeah, dude.
Yikes.
I had no idea.
I quit watching when the junkyard dog went off.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I stopped watching like 2
There's an episode
I was
with
only
the
watching when I was little.
The Von
so-
Erichs are going to be. They
okay.
talk about the Von Erichs, which were North Texas
Big
staple.
Texas
Yeah,
wrestlers.
And
Yeah.
also they have a biopic coming soon
I know.
with Zac Efron.
yeah.
And,
I
it's
think
pretty,
Oh, that'd be
think it's
the
gonna
guy
be
from
good.
The Bear. I think it'll be pretty cool. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's going to be pretty neat. There's only one brother left.
Yeah.
And
I also just finished watching. I watched the season finale of The Bear.
oh,
What'd you think?
Dude, that was the most stressful. Like the Christmas episode was stressful.
Loved it.
That
Stressful as fuck, though.
That episode was so stressful, and then I was just like heartbroken at the end.
But then it was followed up with the most feel-good story of an episode right afterward.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. What do you mean?
Are you talking about
Whenever the cousin goes and like
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
has a
that
little
was a good
internship
one.
thing,
Yeah,
you know what I
that was a
mean?
good
You go
one.
from an episode that is hard to watch, cringeworthy, like, oh my god, this.
Are you talking about the Christmas one?
Yeah,
Or-
so the
yeah.
Christmas one's awful, and
Right.
then the one right after it
Is
with
good.
Right.
Wait,
fantastic.
Theresa, you've seen The Bear, right?
No, I have not
But the
started. I have
season-
not started. I saw the back and forth of, oh, this is terrible. No, this is
No.
going to be good. No, you got to wait. And
It's so
it's
good.
just, there was so much debate at the beginning, and I'm
Yeah.
not a big TV watcher,
Yeah.
but I'm like, so I pick and choose. So
Right.
If you
I
like
think
food,
hearing you guys talk about it. Yeah, you
It's
guys know I love food.
it's
you
good
like
because
food and you like service industry people and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
absolutely.
It does paint a picture of like what back of house kind of looks like
Yeah.
and things like that. So
It's been interesting to hear different people in
Yeah.
the service industry talk about this particular show. So
Yeah.
that's where
Right.
I'm like, okay,
Some
all right,
people
I'll give
hate
it a
Some
ride.
people love it. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's. I think you'll. I mean, I think it's good because all the episodes are now out now. And,
but the
you know,
season finale is just like one of those like it's just chaotic. It's just chaos and I'm sitting here like I guess as I gotten older I'm more like I feel it more, I guess. And
The
so I'm-
anxiety,
Emotionally
Yeah,
you're
invested.
involved.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
and there's not a whole lot of shows that used to do that to me, and now like I finally finished Better Call Saul.
Okay.
And dude, same thing. Like I'm just like anxiety driven on those last like 3 episodes, and I'm like,
Let me ask you
crap.
though: is it just anxiety, or is it the highs, the lows, everything? Are you just more involved than you used to be, or is
Maybe.
it just the anxiety? Because I feel like I tear up more than I used to.
I don't
on
tear up.
shows. I mean, you've got no soul,
Dude,
but
I'm
like
so cold.
as
Yeah.
I was thinking you're cold heart.
as one of the few gingers with a soul, I feel like I was watching Barbie and I like teared up a little bit. I'm like, oh shit, and it's like mostly funny. I
Yeah.
don't know, things get to me more than they used to.
I need to go watch the new Barbie movie. I want to see it.
Yeah.
It seems entertaining. I wanted to do the whole Barbenheimer and watch Barbie and Oppenheimer on the same day, but that didn't work out. Oppenheimer's like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, yeah. So okay, let's go ahead and start and talk about like what, and let's go around the horn this way, like what we've been up to the past week. You've already kind of been talking about like what you've been watching and stuff like that. What else you been up to this past week?
Man, just a whole bunch of just random stuff. We're still getting that studio together. I threw all the furniture in, got rugs down. We still got to put baseboards down. I got to hang a big sign. I don't know if I'm supposed to give that away. I kind of gave a little teaser on our Instagram of what was kind of coming along with it. And if you listen to the song, that's an AI-driven song. It's Frank Sinatra singing Radiohead's Creep.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, so
It's wild.
threw that in there. It's going to be cool. Once we're all done and everything, we're going to move the table. We'll still have this kind of setup. It's going to be more modern backdrop behind us. But we'll have a lounge area where people can come and visit and watch the show live there, or if we so choose to have a nice cozy intimate interview, we can move over to the couches and stuff like that and just hang out. And
It's
Can
looking
people
great.
heckle from the lounge
yeah
area?
Come on with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Tim, you and Jesse are doing an awesome job. Like,
Yeah, so
I'm loving it.
what we're
Can't
gonna
wait.
employ you guys is once we get the baseboards done and all that stuff, and we need to start moving stuff, start putting things up, then everybody's gonna come over. We're gonna have let's get everything set up and put up and kind of make it our own.
What's the date? Tell me the date.
I'm actually hoping to have
So
the
pushy.
baseboards done this weekend, and we still got to paint the ceiling.
Okay.
And so maybe this weekend will be finished, and so the following weekend, maybe we take off Tuesday night and we just start loading stuff in.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Tammy's counting the days.
I know.
She's like, when is he going to be done with it?
I know
It'll
it
be soon.
literally is almost done. The only downside is I undersized the AC system. Should have went with one just a little bit larger. I got one for the square footage, but the problem is I didn't take into
It's
account
Texas.
of how high the ceilings are.
Oh.
So we've got in the center of it, it's about I don't know 9.5 feet ceiling. So it does take a little bit more power to cool it down. However, I've been testing it, and so I've got a schedule. So on Tuesdays, the AC kicks on, goes on high, cuts it down to 69 degrees because that's the perfect number.
Of course.
So we kill it down to 69 degrees. And with it on high, and I put the turbo mode on there just to cool it down, it will chill it down from like 78 down to 69 to 70 degrees by the time the show starts.
Perfect.
So, and then we just cut it back to auto, so it's not noisy. It's not noisy anyways, but yeah, it'll be nice.
Excited.
Figuring it out.
Got a bar that we're gonna be not like a bar that like you sit behind, but we'll have like a nice shelf system where we'll be able to put our merch on top and all that. I'll be able to house that stuff. Dude, just getting it done, man. And
Nice.
I'm here for it. Finished my history class from hell.
Congratulations.
Man,
Just
that
turned
gave
in
you
my
the ringer, man. I know.
dude. It did so much, man, so much. So I'm done with that. So moving on to my next bit. I'm ready. I'm ready to be done with school. I still got a long ways to go. Though.
You just started. Bro, it's
I
been
know.
a year, right?
I'm almost almost a sophomore.
There you
Almost
go.
a sophomore.
Just
Awesome.
keep on keeping on.
Yeah. What about you, Theresa? What you had? What have you had going on this
have I got
past?
going There's just a few things going on. Getting ready for the Amplify 817 showcase. There's never a dull moment with the Fort Worth Public Library. We just had this huge event where we were able to serve more than like 1,000 different teachers, providing them books for their classroom libraries.
I saw that.
Well, I'm glad you saw that because that's my job. That
That was a
people see
very.
that. So,
But it was the thing is you didn't post it. Somebody else posted it, and I saw it.
even better
Yeah.
when people are out there posting about you. So I love that. And trying to get, the word out about a lot of stuff we got going on. My kids getting ready to go back to school.
Hooray!
Woohoo! And
Huzzah!
I just came off of July where I had to replace an air conditioning unit. I had to
Oh,
replace
man.
my refrigerator. You guys saw the pictures. I had
Man,
to
the
have
summer's
bees
hit
removed
everyone.
from my house.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. And I've got car repairs. It was just one of those seasons where it's like let's just move forward. I don't even want to look back. So we're just gonna keep on trucking. And
we're in car repair mode right now at the house.
Yeah.
Jesse's car had to go in. She had this weird check engine light come on, and she got home. She's like, I don't know what's going on. It's got the check engine light. So with her car, we were able to I can pull the codes from the app and all that stuff and take a look. And I was like, oh, that's weird. It's for X, Y, and Z. So I went out there and checked the oil because one of the symptoms is like no oil. There's no oil in the car. Why is there no oil in the car? Have no idea.
Shit.
It's not burning. It's not dripping out. It's not doing anything. Come to find out, there's a class action lawsuit against Hyundai.
Oh.
Ruh-roh.
And they have an oil consumption problem. But it wasn't just that. She goes to leave. I put oil in it. We're good to go. Drove it around. I was like, the engine's running fine. Transmission feels kind of weird. She goes to leave on Saturday morning because she works on Saturdays. She wakes me up at 4:30 in the morning. Like, my car won't go in reverse. It's like, that's weird. So I gave her my, and it worked. It did just fine.
So it's a transmission issue?
So now it's a transmission issue. Guess what?
God dang.
There's a class action lawsuit against that too.
Damn.
So
it's not that old,
You
right?
are
It's a
winning.
2017.
Yeah,
man.
it's still pretty new.
And they've had all sorts of issues with them. So
Wow.
yeah, so that went to the shop, and now Hyundai is getting back to us. They're like, if they're going to rebuild it, they had to go through corporate because it's a recall type thing.
Yeah.
And so they're like finding out if they're going to rebuild it or if they have to just put a new transmission in.
Wow.
And I'm like, as soon as we get that thing paid down to where she's not going to be upside down, we're getting rid of that bitch. It'll be someone else's problem.
Shit.
Right. So after Tim and I's great news, how about you?
I had a hell of a week actually. But have y'all, first off, talking about cars, have you seen the new Land Cruiser
I have,
Prado
man,
2023?
Here we go.
Mwah.
And
Oh
that's-
my God.
That's going to be and it's in the realm of affordability,
Right.
Because that one I sent you that one car that's like some kind of like specialty place, right?
Yeah.
Their base was like $70,000, and
Right.
it looks like a Land Rover Defender.
Well, Land Cruisers
looks so
generally, yeah, those are amazing. So, but the Land Cruiser they discontinued are like
100,000,
$100,000.
yeah.
So it's gonna be like 50. So in 2023, they're coming out with this new Land Cruiser finally, coming back down to like a body style where people can afford and kind of in that price range.
Well, it had to compete against like the Bronco and all that stuff because
They
it's
have
doing
to.
so well.
It's
Yeah,
kind of how it looks at. That kind of like squared off, blocky look.
Yeah.
But then they also kind of came out with some like mock-ups of the 2024 4Runner. And I don't know which one I want to get. Like they're both beefy and like amazing looking. I don't know, but I'm pretty stoked about it either way. So Toyota for life. All right. So my last week, real busy. So first off, Sarah took me out Thursday to celebrate me getting a new job. So got a new job, offer and everything. Like, thank you. Appreciate that. Actually, 2 jobs. I'm going to have 2 jobs. But like my main job, she took me out to the new Walloons, which y'all went to as well. What'd you
Saw
think?
that.
What?
What'd you think?
Yeah, it was good.
What do you? The name sounds funny.
It sounds like balloons with a W.
It's like Walloons. It's like I imagine clowns popping out and stuff. You know?
I didn't realize.
Were there clowns?
It's like my favorite. I didn't even know. Like
it's so hot.
my favorite chef in Fort Worth is the guy that does clay pigeon, piatello, and the one over in the stockyards, the like the southern style. It's not fixed, but it's similar. I forget the name. It's his restaurant. It's his like 4th restaurant.
Marcus Paisley.
Yeah. And it was real good. It's like all seafood, kind of like New Orleans, North Carolina or South Carolina, kind of like southern, food. But we didn't have the oysters. Did y'all have the oysters?
Market price, bitch.
How were they?
How much was market price?
Not a lot. It was only like $150.
For 12?
No, I'm kidding. It was it was $50. I mean, I was telling because
For a dozen.
For a dozen, I was telling her I didn't want to spend less than $300. I didn't want to spend less than that because we were celebrating because she got the loan for the salon. So I did not want to go cheap.
You know
so
what?
I was trying to get everything.
That gets the kids too.
Another hooray.
But I was trying to I didn't want to skimp
Right.
on dinner. So
better not.
no, fuck that. No, if I'm gonna treat her, I'm gonna treat her fucking right. So, we had the oysters, we had the deviled eggs because everybody was trying the crab dip, and I'm like, I'm not a fucking sheep, so why am I gonna fucking eat what everybody else eats? So we had the deviled eggs. That shit was bomb. And man, the food was damn good. The cocktails were amazing, and the service is perfect.
Yeah, we'll check it out. I'll check it
we
out.
had
sometime.
You should. You'd love it.
We had the crudo, the crab dip, and then the lobster mac. All 3 were like really good. The cocktails were really good. We went from there over to watch Oppenheimer. Like she booked us to go watch Oppenheimer. Really good. Like I realized one of the main reasons that I like Christopher Nolan movies are because like they're just constant feeling. Like they're exhilarating. I think the word is exhilarating. The music, the build-ups, everything. I'll be honest with you. The storyline, meh. Like I thought it was good.
Yeah, saving the world and shit.
Meh. You know what I mean? Who
And
cares?
or destroying the world.
No,
Right.
Yeah.
Either or.
Sending us right into the Cold War.
One into
you
the
know.
one, you can't have one without the other.
But there's like this whole build-up, and it's like, oh, losing security clearance. I was like, okay. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know it's like the real story, and I understand that, but I feel like it was such a well-put-together movie for what I thought was like a decent storyline. I still like the majority of his other movies better, but I thought like it was very fucking well done. It was great.
Oppenheimer's number 1 for me, I think, right now. Inception's number 2.
Really?
I love Inception, but I like the historical movies.
Oh yeah, I love
Interstellar, Inception.
Yeah,
Interstellar.
oh
Man,
man, the history
Interstellar's right
behind
there with it.
Interstellar and
Right.
how true it is.
String
right?
theory
Exactly.
and
Come on.
Yeah,
theory of
gravity and
relativity.
shit.
Yeah.
Gravity.
See, that one's
bitch.
actually a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did that. Friday went out to. Did y'all know that at the planetarium, there's this big thing going on. It's called the.
We have a planetarium.
We have a planetarium. Yeah. of course.
Where? No, where?
It's at the museum.
The Natural
Museum
Science.
Natural Science Museum. Yeah.
Bitch,
Museum of
that's
Science
IMAX.
and History.
I've never
No,
been to the
it's not the
planetarium.
IMAX. It's completely separate. So it's like seated in a circle.
Oh, I've
and you're
been there,
looking up
never
at the
mind.
ceiling.
I had
and
a class there.
They have
Yeah.
different
Is
things.
this like the similar where Ross and Rachel have sex?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, got
And
it.
it gives you the constellations and shit.
Right. But this one is like, you know those drums that look like a UFO, like the metal drum that you hit with your thumbs?
Yeah,
It's
it's the hand pan.
Yeah.
Okay, so whoever the guy is that won a Grammy or whatever for that,
There's a Grammy for that.
I don't
I think
know.
his name was Michael
Apparently.
Scott.
It's actually Michael something, I think. It's not Michael Scott.
That does seem like Michael Scott, though. He did come back with
We're just going to come out with a name.
Right.
We're all going
Came
to
back
go,
was
yeah,
definitely
sure,
Michael
it's
Scott.
that.
steel drums. He
Michael
came
B.
back,
Jordan. Michael B.
The
Jordan.
manager from The
Stop.
Office. So he has this like 45-minute film in this thing where it's like all these visualizations. Honestly, it's very cool because it kind of puts you in a vibe. If you were on something, it'd also probably be pretty cool. But like I was with my parents, and so I'm just focused on the thing. The music was great. Some of the visualizations look like Windows 95, so I was like, nah. But then some of them looked like really freaking
I
cool.
think Windows 95 was the pinnacle of visualizations, though.
Visualizations.
Although,
That
It was Windows
explains
XP.
so much.
How dare you?
although
Yeah,
Winamp
XP was better.
Winamp on XP was pretty great.
But
you put
which
on some
Winamp
music.
player did you have? The head? Or
The head,
yeah,
of course, where the
green head.
speakers came. Yeah.
So we went to go see that, and then we couldn't figure out where we wanted to eat, and so we kind of fell on John's Grill. Have y'all been there yet?
I don't-
Or John Bennell's.
You talk about all these places,
Yeah.
and no, I know where Chili's is.
So John's Grill is over
I know
there
where
by.
Poncho's Mexican buffet is.
It's over there off University and Barry, kind of like over there in the TCU area.
That's his new place, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Look
Just
at you.
said that.
It used to be called. It used to be the
Would you
Aardvark.
fucking listen?
So I know you went to the
Oh,
Aardvark.
it was at the Art. It's at
Yes.
the Aardvark.
It's at the-
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've been to many shows there.
The food was great. The burgers were great. The cocktails.
Tim, John's Grill's at the
I
Aardvark.
mean,
When
Bonnell can hardly do anything.
When did the
wrong. I
Aardvark
mean,
close?
He's such a nice man.
Years
too.
A
ago.
bajillion years ago.
you
Years
fucking-
ago.
I should kick you.
You're just
Have you met John? Like, I met him when we were
Mm-hmm.
having dinner at Bonnell's, and he's such a nice man.
He is. He's great. During the pandemic, he actually did one of our Tuesday night trivia with the library, and it was a foodie trivia, and he co-hosted it with one of our librarians, and we do them still on Zoom it counteracts with this, so I'm not going to, of course, promote it too much. But it's just, he is just really great people, and
Yeah, for
really
sure.
has a heart for Fort
Well,
Worth.
during the pandemic, he was also doing
Family
like family dinners.
Oh yeah.
And they weren't anything like like special, whatever. It was
Yes,
just like
they were. It was a lasagna.
okay. They had like lasagna and like chicken fried steak, stuff like that they did, but they actually had them at affordable prices.
Yeah.
which
Right,
was
for a
cool.
family of
Yeah.
4 or 6 or something like. So it's actually something.
It was
you
like
can
$40
go-
for
Yeah,
for 4 or
not
5
too bad.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went there. It was great. And then Danny came in town for the weekend. So we ended up going to
Sweet.
Nickel City. And then, I've been wanting to go to Pink Cobra, the new tattoo shop downtown, because they have like the first Friday of every month. It's like this flash sale where it's $120 for a black tattoo or $140 for color. And every time that it happens, I'm busy or we're out of town or something's happening. I wasn't, so finally got to go. And so I got the yellow rose. It's kind of dry and cruddy because it's just a few days ago. But they do awesome work. I was looking at some of the stuff on their Instagram and stuff like that. I'll definitely be back. They do awesome work. So
That's cool.
Did that. Then Saturday we hopped all over the place. Like Sarah and I went to brunch. We went to go see Barbie, which I liked Barbie. Honestly, if I had to compare the two, I think I like Barbie better than Oppenheimer.
I'm being told in the chat
really
that I
surprised.
saw Barbie today. You can wait till it's streaming.
Oh,
Thanks,
ouch.
Jared.
Jared didn't like it. I loved it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was I think Mattel did a really good job of incorporating their brand, but in a way that made them seem new and kind of fresh because it was talking about like their CEOs and everything. It was all men. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
it's
There was a lot of tongue-in-cheek, funny stuff, and to be able to laugh at yourself as a corporation is a pretty good thing. I thought it's an amazing. I think it'll be an amazing case study in branding and.
I'll tell you though, the amount of pink that I've seen so far just from
Oh.
that makes me actually want to vomit.
Okay, I will tell you, if you were a man, and this is for everyone out there, if you were a man, watch out for a movie theater as Barbie releases because these women are out of their minds after they watch Barbie. And you'll know because they're all wearing pink. They're flooding out of this movie thinking you're the worst. And I swear to God, I did enjoy the movie. I love the thought and the idea. But as soon as we got out of the movie, I said something and Sarah says immediately, "That's because you're a man." I'm like, "Oh God, here we go."
There's a string of, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a lot of women that have been leaving their significant others because of the movie.
Seriously?
And yeah, there's been an uptick.
What?
And you know what? More power to those.
Yeah, for sure.
Because men are shit. We ain't shit. Fuck men.
Some men, not all men.
No, fuck all men, man.
Not all men.
We're all fucking trash. We just want to fuck everything that walks.
Yeah, same thing about white people too.
Yeah, white people are the worst. I don't understand why they're so
I'm
terrible.
not stamping on this.
I'm not believing in the generalizations we're doing.
That's why,
you know what I mean?
that's why this is in the first 30 and not on the actual episode.
So
because
we're leaving the movie.
I'm just thinking Teresa's like, fuck.
We're leaving the movie, and these girls are like, "Hey, we need to take a picture in front of this Barbie sign. You're a man. Will you take our picture?" They didn't ask me, "Will you?" You're a man. Take our picture. They were like that. Take. And then Sarah was standing there. She's like, "And you can get in the picture with us because you're a woman too." Sarah's like, "I don't even know these people." It was just the most random. All I'm saying is, stay away from Barbie after it gets out because they're on these mental things for at least 15 minutes probably after that movie.
Yeah, that's something a man would say.
Yeah, hashtag men ain't shit. Hashtag mansplain. Hashtag toxicity.
whatever. We went out to Nickel. We went to the Thompsons. Now it's the 3 Stories. We got to check out the
Did
new
you
cigar
go to the
bar.
third store?
Yeah, we went to the cigar bar, checked it out, saw
Did you
the
check
main.
the fourth one?
Didn't check. So
I didn't realize
that
there
is
was
the
a
fourth.
cigar bar on the third floor.
The cigar
now.
bar is the
fourth,
fourth.
okay.
The third is this
Okay.
lounge. It wasn't open. I think it's
Oh.
rented.
Okay,
like a
that
venue.
makes sense, yeah.
And then below, they did a really good job with the speakeasy room
Yeah.
again.
How did you get in there? Did you have to say a password?
Yeah, we had a password.
That's nice.
And I don't know, we couldn't find it on their Facebook, but I knew
usually
somebody
on
was
their gram.
leaving, and she's like, "Oh, here's the password." So we just kind of got in. But the drinks were fantastic as always. But
Yeah.
it was good.
Breaking
Solid.
news on the chat. Chad's misogynist, calling women mental now, according to the group chat. So
Well done.
hashtag hashtag Chad hates women. Hashtag ban Chad.
I
Okay.
do think I was the only woman in the Barbie movie that I went to see that was not in pink. I would agree with you.
yeah.
I was actually in head to toe black, but it was something. It was.
Were they all
too
leaving
much.
the movie attacking the walls and throwing
No, they were
things?
just like, yeah, and I'm like, okay.
Was that what they
actually-
were saying in the movie? Was that a thing?
I saw that.
There was high fiving. It was a whole
Whenever we
I
went
haven't
to,
seen that much interaction since going to see Magic Mike.
in a movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
When we
that.
went to Oppenheimer, I saw they had the little thing for people to take pictures
The
in front of the
atomic bomb?
Barbie and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
And they were. I didn't know that's why women were going crazy though.
For
Yeah.
Oppenheimer?
No, for Barbie. At the movie theater, they had the thing for Barbie because sometimes
Atomic bombs!
movie theaters actually play more than just one movie.
I
And this
know.
one had Barbie there too.
Is that how it works?
Worst experience at a movie theater I've ever had, though. I will never go back to the fucking movie tavern over off 7th. That place is garbage. Their food is terrible. Their food used to be good. It's absolutely terrible. Ever since Marcus Theaters took over.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Garbage.
no motherfucker named Marcus.
Their app doesn't work.
No,
Their reward system doesn't work.
not at all.
Nothing works.
This
Nothing
episode
works.
brought to you by AMC Movie Perks. Download the app now. Hey, download the app now. Get free popcorn on your birthday.
I had a hard time trying to just order food before I left.
Oh.
Teresa, what's your favorite movie food? Like popcorn? Like what kind of
Oh, I
snacks do you
have
like?
to have popcorn.
Yeah.
Popcorn and Junior Mints. Absolutely.
Ooh. At the same, like, do you put them in there? Or?
No.
Just no, you psycho.
I don't think I've ever had a Junior Mint. I'm not like a.
You don't put them in your popcorn.
I don't
It's
know.
a mint chocolate.
People, hey, mint and butter. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's delicious. Maybe it's the best fucking thing ever.
I'm a weirdo. I like the chocolate covered raisins.
No, the Raisinets
I'm
are
a
good.
Raisinets
Raisinets are
guy,
great.
but there's a
No,
lot of
but
people who hate those.
I absolutely have to have popcorn, and then if I want something sweet, then I'll do the I'll do
Nice.
the Junior Mint.
Okay, cool, tight.
Speaking of food, I tried your combo.
I saw that.
I had a
Fucking saw
sandwich
it.
and ramen on Sunday night.
So you had 2 meals.
I had 2 whole meals for dinner.
I'm just gonna say
I
this.
was laughing my butt off last week. Going,
I was like,
"What
brought
is
to you by
happening?"
Chef Javier.
Like Dennis the Menace was like, that's a Mexican staple. It really is. That's like, because I mean, look. If you go to Panera, they give you like half a sandwich and like fucking mac and cheese. I mean, that's the same shit.
Yeah,
right?
but you're eating a whole sandwich and a whole bowl
It's like
of
half
ramen.
of those 2
That's
things.
an interesting way to think of that.
I mean, this is a big
Okay.
fucking meal. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a fucking glutton. What can I say?
All right, what'd you do this past week?
Work. We had what else? What else did I do? Tammy came over Sunday. We're moving a bunch of shit over from. We're throwing a bunch of shit away and we're gonna have a garage sale for all the stuff that we have, and it's a lot of. I realize how much crap I have, and
Yeah.
and it's coming together. The
Yeah.
bathroom looks a little. The bathroom looks amazing.
Well,
both bathrooms.
what's happening?
And everything looks kind of organized, but we still got a shitload of what the hell's going on.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just keep
Ooh.
talking.
Jeez, I got hairy legs. But no. Other than that, again, we went to Walloons. That was really fun and delicious. I saw the Jake Paul Nate Diaz fight on Saturday, which was.
Did Jake Paul get killed?
No. Well, he got slapped pretty good. It got but
But he's wanting to fight again or something, right?
Nate Diaz really didn't take it too serious. He was just like walking away, slapping him a little, and it was.
Did he just assume he was going to win? Because
No,
I saw
he just
that a lot on
didn't care.
SportsCenter.
He did not care.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like,
Money's
what?
money, right?
I'm getting fucking paid for this. Like, fuck this guy.
And it was a normal sanctioned fight, right? Like
It was.
yeah.
Yeah. It was the first professional fight. So it was
Jake Paul's
N-
or Nate,
Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz, yeah.
But it was cool. I can't. That's about all I did. And Sunday just hanging out or cleaning shit up and living the life.
Cool.
There you go.
Dead.
All right.
I didn't want to say a thing. I was waiting.
It was riveting. We were all so moved here that we
I-
just had to
Da-da-da.
take a moment.
Yes. I don't
So-
know. It's too fucking hot to do anything.
It really is.
It's just too damn
Amen.
hot. This thing is just
Nichols City's AC wasn't working right. And then it was just hot there too. And I was like, I just got to be home. Like, the only place that's comfortable is home.
Like, I mean, it's somebody I overheard on Tales from the Fort. What's her name was on there? Gabby was on there, and she said, "Get ready. This is going to be the coolest summer we have from now on." And I'm like, "Holy fuck! What if it
Don't
is?"
wish that bad juju on
No,
us.
I
Come
know.
on now.
And I'm like, Jesus, but it's unforgiving. Like, I work outside most of the time, and it's just covered in sweat from my fucking ass to my. Like, it feels like the sweat from my ass is going to my back. That's how fucking heavy it is. And it's just, whew,
Okay.
God bless.
Time to start the episode. Tim, are you ready?
Oh, are we already there?
As long as we talk about like ass sweat, I think it's time to go.
It's called swamp ass.
Get in here. We got to start the show. Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther. Coming from Fort Worth, Texas, we have got a hell of a show for you here on episode 144. We're getting up there. We're only 6 away from 150. Are we going to do something for 150?
No,
Nope.
only for
The
200.
sesquicentennial.
All right. Well, we have got Theresa here in the building with us, finally in the studio. How are you doing?
I am great.
It's great to have you. We had her on the show back a few months ago when we did the Visit Fort Worth. Great to have her actually here in studio. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And we are
the Funky Panther! Do you just not say your name now?
I did. I said it last time.
Is this like a Prince thing? Is this like the artist form?
Y'all left me out to dry whenever
know.
I said Funky Panther last time.
This time I'm just gonna go by Kids Cheer.
Okay, please don't.
Okay, kids, cheer.
It's like the Kids Cheer Awards. All right.
Oh, Lord.
Just kill that.
Here we go.
Just kill it.
So you already know what it is. We are the Funky Panther. We have illustrious guests here. Nothing but illustrious guests.
That is true.
Sorry, that was a disgusting burp
Wow.
because of this beer.
Cochino.
I feel so special.
You
Look, if you're
absolutely should.
If you're gonna do it, just do it in the mic, man.
I'm just
let
so
it out
I'm
there.
honestly really just so comfortable around you because you're just so down to earth and cool and I'm,
Thank you.
Most of the people here in Fort Worth.
I know it was weird. You were shitting with the door open out there. So it's like, what is this?
Oh, it's like brothers.
Yeah, right. This is sticking my ass. No, nope. I'm going to stop there. No, everybody knows Theresa. Theresa is such a staple in the Fort Worth community, and you know everyone from Lou Charles to Joe Patnev, Joseph Neville. Man, like the list can go on and on. I wish I can give you more, but I
But
went
you're
blank.
too tired.
It's been a long. I'm telling you.
There's
that's-
these, it's these whole two people that know Teresa. I love it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
fucking-
messing with
oh,
you. I'm
man,
messing
you're
with
a huge
No,
fucking
no, no.
deal. I think you're one of the. And we've been trying to. I'll tell you right now. Whenever you went on Andrew's show, I was pretty fucking pissed. I mean, I was pretty pissed. Sorry, language. I was really pissed. I'm like, this girl. I mean, this late woman. Fuck. Sorry.
You're
This
starting
woman-
off real well.
This woman just didn't come visit us, and we've been wanting to have her on forever. But you know, thank you for coming. We really appreciate you. We love you so much for everything you've done for us, and we wouldn't be where we're at if it weren't for you.
But
So,
we worked on so many episodes together. I kind of felt like I'd already been on the
Oh, yeah.
show
Yeah.
for sure. But I remember meeting you up at Tulips. And,
yes.
Uh,
We had a couple, and I hadn't. Fun fact: I didn't eat all day, and we were just kind
oh,
of.
have mercy.
Yes, and I was loosey goosey.
Yeah, well, I'm an enabler sometimes, but but yeah, where you started talking about how much I loved the podcast, and then getting you guys involved in, you know, before we started the Tulip series, and would you guys want to like interview and talk to all the artists that we were lining up for Amplify 817? You guys have been such huge supporters from day one, and we love you for it, and yeah. So
Do you understand that that's nightmare fuel for me? What you propositioned us to do? Is that the
I
word?
do
Is that the word I should be
now.
using? Proposition.
well,
That you
Sounds like
kinda
a
weird.
Yeah, it sounds like something
that you
she shouldn't have
entangled
done.
us with
I don't-
It's getting worse.
some entrapment.
When you
woman's
when
gonna
you
come for me now.
asked us to do the
There we
Tulip
go.
show,
Yes.
for Amplify 17 and to get some musicians on, which I absolutely loved. I love that shit. Tim was not feeling it. He getting on stage in front of people. Javier acts like he doesn't like it, but he always does a great job.
He sweats a lot though.
He sweats, but that's fine. He does a great job. Tim, it stresses him out where he probably doesn't sleep the night before. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
well, I didn't realize it at the time,
that's fine.
but I'll try to do
Yeah,
it
that's
more often
fine.
now that I do.
That's fine.
No,
I do want to say though, like just planning for that first time we were at Tulips on stage, it was just so nerve wracking that like 2 weeks before. I say 2 weeks because it just in the back of my mind, like we're gonna fuck up, we're gonna screw up. This is not gonna be a good. Oh, but
Why
man,
are
it
you
ended up.
censoring yourself?
I don't know because I want to
But
be
we had
respectful
so
with
much
her.
fun.
We did.
We
It was
had a
so.
great
It was.
time.
It was the.
So many
you
people
two
showed
ended
up.
You two ended up in a bathtub in the green room.
And
I mean,
It was beautiful.
Lorena
with
Lee.
Lorena Lee, like laughing.
She
her
got to
butt
really
off.
know us real quick.
She
She
did.
sure did.
She's like, I like you guys.
And now she loves us. You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
That was perfect. And I got to meet, that was the first time we got to meet the Trend guys, and we got to meet so many different people that night.
Ernie. I met Ernie again that night.
Yeah. We met some other podcasters that night. I had never met the guys from Oso, so I think this is the first time I got to meet TFTI for the first
TFTI,
time.
yeah.
And so, like, it was kind of this, like, perfect combination to kind of jumpstart some of the things we've been able to do. So, like, although Tim might have been kind of in a mood or thing, but, like, it was great. It worked out for us in the end.
This wouldn't happen without you.
Yeah, we
But
appreciate
that's my
that.
favorite thing is to like create these moments and find these ways to connect people
Yes,
together.
right.
And so that's what I just love. That's what I love to do. And
Yeah, I don't
so-
care for that.
Wah, Debbie Downer. Wah, wah.
Yeah, you need one of those as
No.
a soundbite.
It was.
Color me so surprised.
It was good. It turned out good. But you know, it's always that awkward like Because you never know. Here's what I found out about like having different musicians.
It's like
on.
a box of chocolates.
You don't know what you're gonna get. No, you just don't know how the musicians are gonna be with like in front of people interviewing stuff like that. You don't know how they're gonna be able to respond. It really makes you have to think on your feet and drive that, communication, drive that topic or whatever that you're trying to go for. Especially if you have somebody who doesn't follow up with, answer your questions with more than just, I like to sing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the stressful part. So
that's why I've started. One of the things we're doing now through Amplify 817 is we're offering some of our musicians media training and walking them through how to work with professional media and to conduct themselves professionally that way, and not just give the standard answer of, when somebody says, "Hey, what was your musical influence?" and you go,
"Guitar,
John Denver."
Guitar.
Give a memorable answer and whatnot. And so. Working on that, but
that's smart because I don't think that I've ever realized it until having people on the show and seeing the various different answers we get for similar questions. Like we ask different musicians different questions, different guests in general different questions. But when we ask similar questions, it's funny to get the really cool thought through like political correct answer, and then the ones that just don't give a shit, and then some that are just like, I didn't know what to say. I'm like, you came on the show. What are you doing here?
You do know what the objective of this activity is, right?
So media training is extremely important, and so that's really cool you are doing that.
Yeah, it's just one more way that we can help these artists advance their careers and give back. So
I can't think of any, is there any other city that does something like this? Because I feel like there isn't. I know the bigger the bigger markets, like you would think they do, but I honestly don't think they do.
I'm pretty proud to say that I think Fort Worth's one of the only ones doing it the way we're doing it. And by that I mean is the collaborative nature in Fort Worth, right? So from day one, we've been involved with Here Fort Worth. We've been involved with our foundation. We're getting to know, the other partners within the music industry as far as Amplify 817. There's about 14 other cities in North America that use the platform we use for music streaming within the library because it's, commercial-free music streaming, but we curate specifically for Fort Worth-based artists, as you guys know. But a lot of libraries just leave it at that. But we invested in it as a way to support entrepreneurship in the city because we look at everyone in this music industry, and especially these artists, these are entrepreneurs, and they don't have a lot of support, and to get into these bigger networks and work that way, it takes a lot.
It does.
So if we can help them and give them a platform, I kind of like to think that Amplify is almost like we're a matchmaker. We introduce people to artists, and then if you want to go listen to them on Spotify or wherever else you want to do it, that's fine. But Amplify introduces people to the amazing sounds of the city.
And also sometimes there's exclusives, right? That I know you had something going on with Lou whenever he came out with. Yeah, y'all were exclusive to where y'all had his album before, correct?
Yes, I begged him.
Yes.
That's the same thing with like J-Boy too. I mean, that album was out on Amplify before it was officially released on the conglomerates of streaming platforms.
And I'm hoping we're going to get one more at the end of this month, but I can't say anything just yet.
Don't worry, I'll tick you later for it.
I know you will. But yeah, we got Lou Charles's Life Goes On album a month before it went out anywhere else, and Lou has been with us from day one. He's a huge supporter of everything we do. And I'm so excited that he's headlining.
There's really no bigger champion, honestly, when it comes to like supporting local, because he was on with Ernie for Ernie Day, or he just pops in every now and then to listen to us and chime in.
He was on our 100th episode party, or at our 100th episode party. He was at our first Tulip show with you and everyone else. Yeah, for sure.
And it was such a great, knowing him, being able to know who he is and talk to him is a cool thing, and we wouldn't have that wouldn't happen without you. But also seeing we were at the visit for Here Fort Worth Mixer last week, and they were talking about how they were giving $500 grants to artists to travel out, which is a very cool opportunity also.
Yes.
I think it's 20 artists they're able to give that grant to.
I think so. That's Tom's gig, so I'm not 100% sure, but it is a wonderful way to help these artists actually get out and do some touring. Yeah. And spread spread their music.
In case you didn't know, touring's very expensive for these artists because they're fronting it. A lot of them are fronting it all on their own. They don't have some big record label that's giving them $100,000 to go do a tour or whatever. And so you got these guys who are literally they have their day job. They have to take off work for 2 or 3 weeks. They go on these tours. They have to book. Some of them even have to book everything. They don't have managers or anything.
Right.
And they're out there spending their own hard-earned money.
Money.
Give
me that money.
Give me that money.
And at the end of the day, they then have to distribute that to their other band members, and they're not making that much money doing it.
Right.
And so
Money.
with that and their merch sales and all that stuff, they're really hustling, and it's awesome to see a city that actually wants to promote them and give back to them and help them grow.
All right. So we jumped right into Amplify.
Yeah.
Let's take 3 steps back.
3 steps.
Who is Theresa?
2.5
What is
steps.
Theresa?
Oh,
Who is your daddy?
Let's
What
talk-
does he do?
Yeah, let's talk about you and then how you got into working with creating whatever, Amplify 817 and all that jazz. So let's get into you first.
Let's talk about little baby Theresa.
So
baby
let-
Theresa with a little.
Teresa.
Let-
She
yeah,
done-
let's
she done
start
grew
with,
up in Odessa, Texas.
Okay.
Oh, I love
And,
Odessa.
Wow, really?
I do. The sunsets there are very pretty.
But the smell
Okay.
is not.
Yeah.
It's money. The smell's money.
Right.
But
No, so we moved. My family moved up here when I was 7, and so worked real hard to get rid of that West Texas twang that you guys only hear when I get really intoxicated or really tired.
When the TX comes out.
Well, there's that. So I went to TCU and studied political science and public relations. So my
cool.
family loves to say that I got my BS and BS, and it's true. So I've actually worked in a lot of different sectors. So I started out in healthcare administration and marketing, the JPS Health Network, and some other hospitals, and really loved seeing that kind of work. I've run my own consultancy. I've worked in tech and travel. I've worked with nonprofits, and then I worked in the pharmaceutical industry for about 8 years before I went through my second round of layoffs and went, "Ooh, I'm kind of tired of this." And and you and I have chatted before where I said,
no, I feel you.
I just really wanted to take time, and I said, I'm going to look for something where I can be really creative, where I can give back and serve in some way to my community, and where I can develop people, right? And about 2 months later, a friend called and said, "Did you know that the library's hiring?" And I was like, shh, the library? Because I've loved the library my whole life. And they needed somebody to come in and kind of really overhaul. And the Fort Worth Public Library was going through a big change at that time. And it was just the perfect fit. And it's been one of the best jobs I've ever had in my entire life. And I get kind of sappy about it, but it really is something. And when they started talking about bringing me on, this system needed somebody that wasn't kind of like a librarian that had kind of come up through the ranks.
Right.
They really wanted somebody that was going to help position what we do, because really we're a voluntary department within the city. Like, you don't have to pay, you have to pay your water bill and you have to do these other things. You don't have to go to a library. And in a way, we compete in what's called, the lifestyle and entertainment sector.
Yeah.
And so they needed somebody with that kind of a marketing spin and a look at things. And then some different experience I'd had really lent itself to building brands. And so when the idea for Amplify 817 came up in 2020, or I guess it was 2019, and then we launched in 2020, it was the first brand I had the opportunity to launch on behalf of the library. And it was just exceptional. And it's just, I feel like it's my baby.
Yeah, of course. Right, for
how,
sure.
How nerve-wracking was it to get it all together, though?
Oh my gosh. It was crazy. We were given the opportunity to launch at the Visit Fort Worth Breakfast in 2020, right? Which is one of the biggest events we have in the city for influencers within this city, right? The people who really want to see us grow and do things. And it was the first time meeting Tom Martins and then getting to work. And it had been a little while since I'd worked with Mitch Whitten and going, "No, guys, really, I promise I can do it at the level you want to do it." And they're like, "Yeah, but you're the library." And it was kind of like, "Yeah, but I got you." And so when we launched at that event, we launched really big. And I was really incredibly proud. Like, we had a whole street team there. We had our first 4, artists there. The activation went incredibly well. So well that we actually we won a award and a grant for a $10,000 grant for the marketing of that launch. So pretty darn proud of it. Yeah.
Was that the year of the tattoos, or what?
It was the year of the tattoos, because I saw Taylor Pace get his little Texas with his 817 in it. And
I wish we would
he was
have.
one of our inaugural artists.
I wish we were we weren't a thing by that time. But
No.
we weren't like established. But it would have been cool to,
We were in our baby years.
We were.
We were. Yeah, everyone at that event got a metal Amplify 817 library card. God, yeah. Limited edition.
Well, you did.
I mean,
You did give us some.
Hey, I need a new one,
know.
by the way. I just want to say that.
yeah, no.
Yeah, we don't have
There's
those.
literally no more left.
And don't touch mine.
Mine.
You do still have yours in your wallet. I know
I do.
you've shown me,
Yeah,
and it is
yeah.
literally worn off.
Yeah.
But
I love the library because there's so much stuff to check out and do and listen to. And, I maybe about 20 years ago, I used to go to the downtown one all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I got my love of anime. And, I would,
Yeah, we have a
get
huge
DVDs
collection.
and then even music too, because
Mm-hmm.
I would either you had the opportunity to listen to one in one of the rooms that they had over there, or you could just check one out and just burn it or something. I can't say that. Can I? I used to burn the CDs.
Yeah, it's fine.
Wow.
It's fine now.
But man, it was such a
Wow.
cool place, and I love taking my brothers over there because they would
Yeah.
have like story time stuff, and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Takes me back.
well, I love hearing that.
I remember my first trip to the library. Not the Fort Worth one, though. I'm sorry. It was River Oaks Library.
Okay.
Boo.
And I just this is what
closed
I
now.
always think that libraries have a distinctive smell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
the
And
books,
Some
baby.
do. I mean,
well, no, like the old. I'm talking about the old libraries. You
Oh, for
walk in there
sure.
and you've got that like smell of books, right?
Dusty paper.
Mildew, right?
No, it's just
or 30-year-old carpet. Or,
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's something about it. Like you close your eyes, you walk in, and you know that you're in a library, and it's just that nostalgic feeling. And I remember going and like looking through all like the books, and I loved like anything that was like historical or science or whatever, especially if it depicted like the solar system
Yeah.
and things like that. I know, but I remember getting in there and like
R2.
finding like the book that I want to see and like, oh my gosh, and opening that up and sitting down and like looking through all that and then trying to figure out how many books can I take home with me. And it did hold a very special spot in my heart. I haven't stepped foot in a library though in a very long time.
Wow.
I need to.
It felt
I felt
like a safe place because
Yeah.
the first one I used to go to like when I was like 3 or 4 years old was the one over there by the Gran Plaza, and that was we would go there like every other day.
Yeah.
And
Now
then-
we have one inside La Gran Plaza.
I know,
The
yeah,
Gran
that's awesome.
Biblioteca,
Yes.
yes.
It's such a great evolution of like that area and the spot. I mean, it's such a great place to have it.
Well, now the location you were talking about is now the Fort Worth History Center.
Yeah,
So-
which I still need to go check that out because
Yeah.
I want to, I want to go back and first I love going through and checking like watching videos on YouTube of like somebody rolling video of like how 7th Street looked like in like 1990
Right.
or stuff like that. So I just love even
Poke
like,
around in our digital archives and
Yeah.
we'll have a blast.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we've got a program coming up. We actually just had one there to help people find their Native American ancestors, and we had like 72 people like show up for this program in the History Center, which was great. And we're doing another one on finding your Mexican ancestors and using tools to do that too. So I know. So I will send you the information.
Please, yes, I want to see because I'm on 23andMe and that tells me like,
Right.
oh,
Some people don't know that you can actually just come to the library and use Ancestry.com for free.
Really?
really?
Son of
Pro tip. Pro tip. Come. I'm going to tell Tammy because she's. I
LinkedIn Learning, we got you covered.
No
there.
kidding?
Wow.
Yep.
I,
No subscription needed.
Son of a bitch.
But anyway, I can talk libraries all day.
Hey, mute me real quick.
I have to mute everybody.
Mute everybody.
I think everyone is though.
Right?
No.
Mine was 1.8%. I think.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Mine was not.
Mine said, "Hey, you got." Mine said 7.5. I don't know what that means.
Oh.
Okay.
And
Here
then
we
it
go.
said uncut after that.
Okay. So
Oh my gosh.
so continuing on
sorry.
with the normal regularly scheduled program.
Woo!
So something else that y'all have that you started was last year the first one or no? The 817 showcase.
Yes, last year
Okay.
was so we'd done different concerts. We started the Tulip series as a way to help get artists introduced, and we always make sure that the artists get paid
Right.
when they have a gig that we work through Amplify 817. But we really wanted something that was a signature for Amplify. And what better day to tie it to than the 17th of August? And So we decided, and then actually, council member Elizabeth Beck had gone to the director of the library at the time and the director of public events and said, okay, Will Rogers Auditorium is iconic. You know, why aren't we doing something with this wonderful music service with this wonderful venue?
Yeah.
And so Mike and Manya got together and the idea was born. And so then we were off to the races planning last year's showcase and had an opportunity to entertain around 400 people on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
With a hellacious rainstorm.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it was insane.
I haven't experienced a rainstorm like that in the middle of summer in a long time.
and hail too.
Oh yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah.
It really was. So yeah, and then it was such a hit that it was like, okay, well let's keep this thing going and let's grow this.
Yeah.
So here we are rolling into year 2. And now it's more of an 817 celebration. So the Will Rogers people are going to put on a concert on the 17th, on Thursday the 17th. And then our showcase is going to be on Friday, the 18th. And it's great to see something that you start, like really keep growing.
So what can you tell us about what people can expect from the August 18th showcase?
Okay, so I think Rita has done an amazing job selecting a really diverse selection out of the Amplify 817 portfolio. Because, you know, we're not just one genre or anything like that.
Right.
So we will start the evening with Goisagi, which is a taiko drum band,
Yeah.
outside of the auditorium
Oh, perfect.
for a pre-show,
Yeah.
if you will. And then moving inside to the main stage, we'll start with Amanda Victoria, who just came on this year, actually just this last round. So a new artist. And, you know, she's that kind of like pop diva singer-songwriter blend.
Yeah.
Really love her stuff. And getting to work with her has been really fun. And then we're going to move into Fantamello, which I think you
Yeah,
guys
love
have. I mean,
Fantamello,
come on.
for sure.
They're great. And so again, a whole different kind of sound. And then Denver Williams, who unfortunately can't be with us tonight, but just did one of our off the records. That's going to
Which was amazing, by the way.
Yeah, it was really
I
good.
We
did
got a
like
little
it.
sneak
Loved it.
peek, yeah.
You liked it?
It was
Yeah,
great.
I
Loved
did.
it.
I did. Like not the second song that he played
Oh, yeah.
was like Key Lime Pie was the
Yes.
first one,
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And the second one, I was like, God damn, this is something that I can listen to on a soundtrack. It could be in a movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it pumped me up, honestly.
So that episode will drop on Thursday.
And that interview is
but-
really good. She means on Thursday for all you peasants because
Oh, sorry.
we've already seen it because we're amazing people. No, they're amazing for letting us be able to watch it. But yeah, and the interview with Rita was awesome. It
Yeah.
was fantastic.
So yeah, Denver will also be in the lineup, and then our headliner is none other than the forefather of Amplify 817,
Who?
Lou Charles.
Who is Lou?
Who is Lou?
Who is
Who
Lou?
is Lou?
Who's Lou?
Yeah, it's like you need that little sound.
I
thing
wish
that
we had
Chico's
that.
always hitting,
Yeah.
like choo choo. woo. So yeah, we're gonna close out the evening with none other than Mr. Lou Charles,
Hell
and it's
of a
gonna be.
show.
I mean, it's a great lineup, and if you want to talk about just the spectrum of music in Fort Worth,
Right.
it's
Kinda
just
hits on a
it's
little bit
great
of everything,
opportunity,
doesn't it?
right? Yeah.
How much is something like this going to cost the normal person?
You know, I'm kind of like loose in the pockets. I'm pretty
I
poor
believe
after
it's-
eating at Walloon.
Is it eight
I was gonna say this is when he's like, I'm not going out.
$8.17? Is that it?
No.
Oh.
It's actually free admission.
Hey,
You fool! It's free.
You fool!
If it's a library program, it is gonna be free.
I
And
feel
so-
foolish.
You mean like when we were bumblebees at the
it's
spelling bee?
spelling bee.
That was also free.
That was that was so meaningful that you guys did that. I loved that, and you brought me a wonderful gift basket from South by Southwest. That was so sweet. But yes, I still have pictures of you guys dressed as bumblebees.
Whose idea was that to dress up like bees?
I think it was yours. Yeah. But no, admission is absolutely free, and that's thanks to actually community donors through the Fort Worth Public Library Foundation, right? So people who donate to the foundation end up funding Amplify, whether or not you're buying our shirts or making donations through the Amplify 817 website. There's some bigger donors that are coming on board because they really want to support what they see what we're doing. Like the proof is in the pudding, right?
Yeah,
Like
right.
we are putting our money where
Right,
we
and it's
said we
growing.
were.
It's like every few months or every even year, it just like keeps growing, and more events are happening. You all have like free concerts. Is it still Tulips?
We are still doing some at Tulips. Yep.
And I know
Actually,
that like Top of the Trail's coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah,
too.
on the 27th.
Yeah,
That one
that's
will
gonna
be
be awesome.
dope. JOE's going to be at that show as well.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, already
Constantly having stuff.
I am really proud to say that we said when we were going to start, Amplify 817, and we were going to support entrepreneurs, right? We were going to put money in their pockets in a meaningful way. That's why we pay them up front for their licensing. Like, they don't have to stream pennies or tenths of a penny per sound, right? Like, we pay them up front when they come onto the platform. And so far, we've invested around $60,000 right into the pockets of local artists.
Wow.
In the last 3 years, and that's through donors and other helpers. So love it.
And all this is made by donors like you.
Oh,
Nice. Nice.
yikes!
All right. It all sounds fantastic, right? And
But what?
no. Knowing that.
But.
Knowing that we've been a part of it unofficially through Amplify 817, it was like we were when we got taken in and started doing this stuff. This is how I felt. I felt like we were officially unofficial Amplify 817 ambassadors, right?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I felt like we were 100% a part of Amplify 817, and that's all because of you and Rita, and just encouraging our growth, which y'all were pivotal for us at the beginning of our stuff. So
Appreciate y'all.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
We love you.
You're welcome.
I'm definitely excited to make it to this show because the guys got to do the little show pre-show thing last year
Oh, with Robin. Yeah.
with
that was
Robin,
amazing.
right? And I was out of
Better
town, so I
chat.
didn't-
Let's don't get it twisted. It was better chat.
Right, and I didn't get
Oh,
to
I
go,
forgot.
so I get to go this year. So I'm pretty stoked about being able to check out the showcase and
It's
see all the
gonna be great.
musicians, see Lou, of course. But yeah, it's gonna be a great time.
So
I mean,
come-
you guys, you get to see Lou Charles for free.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And it's
I
always a good
mean,
time. It's always a good time.
Always a good time. And how many people have missed Louapalooza this year? Like, we missed
Right.
it. Like, it's like, okay,
God
I understand.
Last time I saw Lou, I had to spend
Stop it.
$60 just to see Ludacris so I could see Lou.
Lou.
It was bullshit. All I wanted to see was Lou.
Like, nobody wanted to see Lou. Like, a lot of the locals were like, I didn't want to see Luda. I just wanted to go see Lou.
I want
you
to see
know?
Lou. I want to see Lou at Tannehill's. You know what? It was a great show, but Lou, man, he fucking killed
Yeah, he did.
it.
So
was
here's
awesome.
the thing: if anybody asks you that you want to go, if you want to go to the Amplify 817 showcase, your response should be only, "Bitch, why not?" That's what it should be.
Yeah, that's
don't
well
leave-
done.
Don't leave her hanging.
Yes.
Don't leave
So
her hanging.
hang on,
Yes.
I want you to ask me. Just ask me.
Tim,
Yeah.
why would you want to go check out the 817 showcase on August 18th?
Bitch, why not?
Well done. Clip end right there.
Yeah.
Hey, so last year you had a couple good vendors over there. Jack Dahl was over there selling his art,
And Becca Wall.
Yeah,
and
uh-huh.
yeah.
So what are we looking forward to this year?
So this year, we're going to actually be doing something really unique this year, which is part of our instrument lending program. So we're actually going to be accepting instrument donations
Ooh.
at the
Very cool.
at the showcase. And so, like, we've had other artists in the past year help us with this, like Jacob Furr, who has a new album coming out. It's going
Yes.
to be amazing. Anyway, so at the showcase, if you bring an instrument, now we're taking like percussion, string, keyboard, nothing you've put your mouth on, okay? Like,
Like violin.
on you.
I could bring a cheap little violin I have.
sure.
Would that help?
And
Hey, you can't put your
yeah,
mouth on it.
He has put his mouth on it.
I thought that's how you played the violin.
My man here, Deep Throats Go-Gurts.
and this is why Chad doesn't play, right?
yeah. What? No, what?
So anyway, the first 10 donations are going to get a special new swag bag with a whole bunch of new Amplify swag.
Oh, snap.
So yeah, that'll be something that is really new for us this year. But it's another way for us to introduce instrument lending, because a lot of people don't know. You can check out electric guitars and amps and drums and keyboards and things from your Fort Worth Public Library, but you can.
Very
So,
cool.
Yeah.
So
Also, no fees.
So what you're
No
saying
late
is,
fees.
if you
No
are,
fines. Yeah.
No fines. Yes.
let's just say hypothetically, that I'm a musician and my amp blows, but I'm here at Fort Worth resident. I can go and check out an amp to go do my gig if I need to.
Yeah. I mean,
I could possibly do that, like
sure.
in a pinch.
I
Like I
think-
could check out something.
Okay. Yeah. In a pinch.
Yeah, I'm not
Like,
saying
if
to do
you're
that.
like, no, like if you're gigging on a patio, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
not something like
Right? No, I'm not saying like
Yeah.
oh my gosh, music hall, right? But like,
But no, we've got Fender amps and,
Yeah.
stuff like that for all kinds. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Do you all
Absolutely
rent
love it.
turntables too?
Not at this time.
Dag nabbit.
Not
But we
yet.
have a lot. We have a lot of interest. We don't rent anything, but you can check out karaoke machines. You can check out Wi-Fi hotspots. You can check out telescopes. You can check out geocaching.
Really?
kits.
Telescopes. That's legit.
Geocache kits.
Yeah,
What?
Y'all do 3D printers too?
Dude,
we
Geocaching.
do
Have you ever
3D
done
printing
geocaching?
too.
I've never done geocaching.
And at our new library, we have this thing that like it laser cuts wood, and I don't know what you call it.
What?
It's called
a
a
woodcutter with lasers.
Yeah.
It has a special name. I know I sound like ditzy, but I
We
do.
need to.
Do you
we
have
need to
sharks
do
with freaking lasers in their heads?
And you can even check out robots.
We could do
What?
a whole. We could do a whole promo where it's talking about like that. It's it's a machine that cuts wood with lasers and
Right.
have like the 80s like star bursts and stuff like that happens and
Is it called a glow forge?
I think what's Rita saying? Rita says
There's
I
a bit
can't
of a
read
wait
from
list
here.
on several of the items we have, but we're adding new stuff all the time.
including banjos. Banjos were really
Meow, meow,
popular. We
meow,
had
meow.
one banjo like, when we launched, and it was like there was like 13 people on a wait list for this banjo, and then there were 30 people on this wait list for this
Wow.
banjo, and I'm like, okay, there's an interest for banjos.
12
Like,
12
we have
of
now
those names.
discovered this.
12 of those names are Joe Patnev. Joseph Neville's like, I want to rent that banjo.
I need that banjo.
So
That's so cool.
I
Like, we
mean-
need to make a Funky Panther little wood burning thing or laser wood.
What?
okay.
Can we do?
I feel like now I want to do like one of those, Ronco commercials with you guys. But wait, there's more. And then
But
have,
wait.
like,
Every time you talk about
I
the
so
library,
love it.
there's always more. Like, y'all are growing and doing some
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
stuff. The people that don't even realize it because it's just assumed to be books and
think about it.
movies.
We have 90 artists on Amplify 817 now.
Yeah.
I mean,
crazy.
It's fantastic, and I really hope people will just tune in and find somebody new that you're gonna
Who's
love.
over there?
Your sister and Leslie.
Damn it.
Yeah. All right. So it's time for questions from a jar. We still haven't named this, so we're going to call it Questions from a Jar.
You know, it'd be cool if they were stop being so fucking loud over there.
Wow.
That'd be great.
You know what's-
Calmate. Can you hit me with the echo? Can you hit me with the echo? Can you hit me with the echo?
No,
Come on.
I'm not. I'm not set up for it.
What do you mean you're not set up for an echo? You do it for everyone else. You never hit me with the echo.
What the hell was that?
Questions from a jar.
Okay, that was
Perfect.
epic.
All right. Question number one.
So
Oh no.
If you could choose any superpower, what would it be, and how would you use it to make a positive impact on the world?
Oh, it has to be a positive
It has
impact
to
on
be
the
a
world.
positive impact on the world. Because I think that last part was added for some shit that Javier would probably say, so it's got to be a positive
Right.
impact.
Yeah, instead of me trying to kill myself,
It'd be like him
No,
being
like-
invisible so he can see like through windows and things like that for
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a.
See through. Wait a second.
pervert.
See through windows.
people. Yeah, you got to be invisible to
Oh.
see through windows.
That's how it works. That's exactly how it works.
I saw where
No,
you were
like
going.
he could like creep into someone's house and like watch them while they sleep or something like that. That
Stop
sounds like
it.
some
Stop
stuff that
it.
Javier would do.
I have seen him in my bedroom doing that.
Yeah, he
He
couldn't.
thinks I'm asleep.
I'm just
He
heavy
thinks he's
breathing,
invisible.
heavy breathing over Tim. Like,
You're not invisible, you idiot.
I can see you.
Go
All right.
away.
All right, superpower, positive impact. Go.
Teleportation.
Okay.
So that selfishly, so I just wouldn't be late to stuff so much, and I'd quit wrecking my car. But but if I could, maybe then I could rescue people and get them to healthcare professionals faster.
yeah.
Mine would be teleportation as well, so I could teleport into banks, get as much money as I can, and give some back to the poor.
Some back.
You're
So your
Robin
positive
Hood?
impact is giving some back.
You've seen the documentary Jumper,
Some.
haven't you, Tim?
Yes.
Oh, jumper.
Yes, it was a hit documentary. Right there with Back to the Future 1,
Indeed.
2, and 3.
How about you, Chad? What would you?
Mine would be flying. I like the idea of teleportation because I feel like it'd be much better to go from point A to point B quicker. Like I wouldn't have to like travel
But how is flying going to have a positive impact?
because I can fly around and spot when people need help. You know what I mean? Like when that cat was on that tree, I'd be able to fly right up and pull that cat right down. We wouldn't even have to call the fire department.
As
We
they
didn't
claw
need
your
anybody.
claws your eyes out.
No, I'm great with cats or something.
Or you can teleport to that cat and then teleport back down.
But what if we're teleporting things and not just ourselves?
Yes, like bags of
that.
grains.
Are you talking about because of the
Think
new
about
rice
children.
shortage?
Think about it, like we could help the starving people in starving places.
Yes. I choose teleporting also.
Okay. Y'all just all choosing the same superpower?
What a loser!
What a bunch of losers.
He wants to fly. Oh, look at me! I'm in France. Look at me! I'm in. I'm in England. I'm in Antarctica.
I want to be
love
able
you
to
guys.
fly.
You know you gotta bundle up really big because it's like cold up there.
You know what's great though? Is
I
we'll,
don't care. half of it is part of the travel.
we'll
You know what I mean? You
teleport and we'll be sitting there waiting for Chad. Late.
Okay, let me add travel real fast.
Yeah.
Fly real fast.
The government's gonna track Chad because he's gonna be a man with a bunch of
That's
coats.
true.
And
You
like,
do
a
need to
jacket.
specify. You do need to specify, right? Because like you could fly at like
It's
this
like
rate,
super slow. I want to fly real fast. You know what I mean? Okay.
supersonic.
My,
was the
my, my,
worst.
my uncle had an airplane.
Yeah.
They flew down to like Corpus Christi one time.
Okay.
Navigating via 35, going as fast as the cars were going.
Oops.
There was no point in flying.
Why?
Why would they
That's
do
how
that?
I picture Chad with his flight.
Oh.
It took me 3 hours to get to Austin. What? All right.
Hey, genius! You should have driven.
You should have chose teleportation, you idiot.
You wouldn't have been all worn out or just been a tank of gas.
Hey,
All
Chad!
right.
Look, Chad! I'm in Austin.
All right, question number 2. If you could spend a day with any historical figure, who would you choose and what would you do together?
Hitler, so I can shoot him in the head.
Okay. Well, there's
That's what
one.
you would.
No.
That's what you would.
That was pretty
Hold on,
quick.
but hang on. Which Hitler? Like
Baby Hitler.
Baby Hitler.
Yeah.
Baby Hitler would be so difficult to kill, though.
I won't kill the baby, but I kill the baby Hitler.
But you know that you have to kill him.
So?
But he's a baby. But you know you have to kill him.
Tim, would you just move on?
These conversations are so different without beer. I'm just saying.
She's like, I enjoy watching these on the TV, not so much when I'm in these conversations.
also being sober.
Right. Tim, what would your historical figure be?
I would like to. Oh man, that's really tough. There's a lot of cool historical figures.
No.
I think I would like to hang out with JFK.
Okay.
And then
And-
shoot him.
No,
Sweet mother of
I'm sorry,
monkey
I'm
milk.
sorry.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, we're gonna censor this part.
no. I would
Probably
like to
not.
hang out with JFK before.
Before you got
November,
shot?
yeah.
No way. No way.
And tell him
I want to hang out with them after.
like the
Jesus Christ, dude.
With
day,
Marilyn?
the day before,
Okay.
and tell
When he
him
was in Fort Worth.
and tell him, hey, dude, you probably should put the top on.
Oh, Chad, Tim, we're getting a call right now.
Oh no! Somebody
It's
said,
JFK.
"Do you want to pick his brain?" Ouch!
Oh, my God.
That's brutal.
Wow.
Mr. President, what do you think about that question? I'm not too satisfied with that question, Jared. And I gotta say that Tales from the Fort is the worst podcast ever created.
Yeah.
Also, Marilyn, call me. I miss you. That was
My
JFK.
Lord.
JFK, everybody.
Hey, thanks for
Thank
calling
you.
in, JFK.
No, but like seriously, like to warn him, the day before, we'd hang out, we'd talk, and then once I got in like real close with him, I'd give him that forewarning, like, hey, you're gonna drive through Dallas. I know that's where you're going. You need to put the top on.
And then you'd be arrested for conspiracy because they thought you
That's
were the
true.
reason that
Exactly.
happened.
True.
So then all of a sudden you'd just be arrested, and he'd probably still do the same thing, and you wouldn't be able to pick his brain.
But then I would jump back into the present, so it'd be
Tell me
okay.
more,
Okay.
future boy.
All right, moving on. Back to our actual guest to answer the question.
Wow.
Historical figure, and what would you do?
Okay. No guns.
Oh.
I would love to meet Lou Gehrig.
Okay.
You guys know I love baseball.
Yeah.
Yes.
To my core, but to talk about like mental mindset. Like I mean, like what other kind of mindset would there be?
No,
right?
mental
So-
mindset
yeah.
is very important.
but that mindset of perseverance and just I would love to just know how he got through what he got through.
So would you want? So you're talking like during his disease process versus prior to?
Kind of both,
Kinda both,
actually. Like maybe like right around the speech time, right? Where like he knew he's wrapping up something that, was monumental at that point,
Right.
right? And yet was facing something that was monumental. Like, how do you get your head right with that? I would love that, and I deeply admire Lou Gehrig.
Would you want it immediately after him writing the speech, or like after
Giving the speech.
Giving the speech.
probably giving this speech? I think.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want to affect. I think if you were right after he wrote it, it would affect it, right? So after would be.
Well, I don't know that. I know that's kind of a big ego kind of thing to think that I would affect his speech.
You
but,
don't know.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. You don't
I'm
wanna,
from the
you,
future.
You don't want to.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently, I mean, like, I don't want to mess with the space-time continuum.
What happens
you
to me?
obviously do.
Of course.
Same.
So, and so do you.
Yes.
But yeah, no.
Marty.
I just would love to know where he was, and then how he got there.
That's cool.
Nice. Very cool.
I like that.
All right, last question.
Last question.
Dun, dun, dun. Did you answer?
I did not. If you could eliminate one chore or task from your daily routine, what would it be and why? Chore or task you would no longer have in your daily routine.
Ooh.
I already got mine in my head.
Go for it.
Laundry.
You
I
just say-
hate folding laundry and putting it up. I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't mind washing it or drying it. I just hate putting it away.
Well, yeah, because you just throw it in.
I
Like,
know.
it's not work.
If I could just like whistle like in the Disney movies
While you twerk.
and then have like the little animals come and do all the stuff like in Cinderella.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before that, but
It's kind of like a tie for me between doing the dishes. Although, you know what? Really, it would just be like cleaning the floors.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because we got tile and hardwood and carpet, and it's just like it just takes for
'Cause if
freaking
you
ever.
do
And
it
I've got
right-
2 big dogs and 2 messy kids.
You're brooming, or sweeping, you're vacuuming, you're mopping, and then
all
you're
of
like
it.
dusting
We're calling
the
it brooming
floorboards.
now.
You're brooming.
You're
you know what I mean?
brooming,
You're brooming so
you're
hard.
a witch and you're brooming around and you're flying broom.
No, yeah, I think the floors are the worst if you do it right. Like I do one of
Yeah.
those things once a week, probably, but like not all at once. You know what I mean?
It's
I just kind of
non-stop for me. And
Well,
that's where
because
it's
you gotta sweep and you
Gotta-
gotta.
no broom. You got
gotta
to broom.
you got a
You gotta-
broom.
yeah.
And
You
then you
gotta-
got to sweep
and then there's
after you broom.
Then there's stuff on floorboards, and then there's like it's just and I can't. Yeah, I think nope. I think that's gonna definitely outpace dishes. It's gonna be floors.
Floors for sure.
I'm
Me
gonna-
too.
I'm gonna say floors too. I didn't really think about it because
Because you don't do the floor.
I don't do the floors. I have a Swiffer sweeper. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool.
Oh,
It ain't gonna do it, bro.
no,
It ain't gonna do
Swiffer
it.
Doesn't cut it.
No.
Okay.
So,
Tim, you have some stuff for us to look at. I think, right?
I do, and
Uh-oh.
let's go ahead and let me cue this up here so we have some volume, and let's just blind react to the first video that we have on there. I have no idea.
Hoping that the hoping that the audio works here. So let's give it a go.
What? I'm telling you, I'm getting
Okay.
the
We've
fuck
seen
off.
this.
So we've
and
seen
there's
this,
a
right?
reason
Right.
why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either
I just
believe
wanted
it
everybody
or
to
they
understand
cannot
this real quick,
believe
'cause I've got an
it.
update.
I don't give 2 fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
What's her at though?
All right, so if
Explain, and you can fucking die with them or not.
what if I told you she's from Dallas?
I believe it.
Oh, yeah, I'd believe that.
So they've identified her. It's Tiffany
Amber Thiessen.
Gomez. Gomez.
Why are we
Gomez?
gonna dox people right now,
Gomas.
Tim?
It's already been doxed, right? She is like the CEO of a. She's a publicist. Like she does like yeah,
She's like the anti of what should have been in this video.
right.
What?
38 years old
Okay.
and has had successful companies. In fact, she was put in like a magazine as one of the people like up and coming people to look for.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And here she is acting crazy. Now,
Was she on something? Like, did they
they
know?
haven't said anything, but she's
Interesting.
deleted her entire social media presence.
I bet she did.
You know what she should have done if she would have
Start an
taken some-
OnlyFans.
If I didn't say that, that was Tim.
I
But
was
that's what
reading
she-
your mind.
I was gonna say if she would have gone and done some PR training with the Fort Worth
No,
Library,
you
then
weren't
she
say-
would have
you
been
weren't gonna
able
say
to.
that.
You were
Yeah.
so
know
not
what to
saying
say.
that.
Okay, but I think there should
She
be a
was having
second
an
one.
episode of some kind.
Something,
I mean,
right?
come on.
So there were some things like I guess like about a AirPods issue and some other stuff. So who knows what was going on? But there's
Okay.
a second one.
Okay. You want me to go ahead and play it?
I would like for you to play it
I would like for you to play it, please, sir.
if it's yeah.
Lisa.
Oh, the audio's not working.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I can play it through my phone real quick.
Hold on.
What is that?
Where's the pause? Usually it gives me like a little pause button. Okay, let me just turn this off. Let me.
Why did it work on that one?
I don't know.
That looked like Captain Jack Sparrow and Richard Simmons and a mashup of like
Okay, I've got.
And
Robert
Where's
Downey
Waldo
Jr.?
and
I
Carrot
don't-
Top.
Yeah, yes, there you go.
It is. It's
Yeah.
carrot. It is Carrot Top.
It's Carrot
Is
Top?
it?
That's
Okay.
Carrot Top.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, so
Wow.
the audio's not working. Okay.
No, that's from the video though. Like it's on the same thing as everything else was.
Okay. Let me just. I'll play the audio real quick.
Okay.
Let me.
Man, he looks awful. Holy shit.
He's old, Chad.
He's not that old.
Back to a day in hell of flying. So we were on the airplane from Dallas to take off to Orlando, and some woman lost her marbles. I mean, literally.
Fucking Carrot Top was on the flight.
What?
Is he the one that she was yelling at that wasn't real?
That's my thought.
Is it because he's a ginger?
No, because he
We were off
looks
the
like
plane.
that.
Well,
She got her
'cause if he
wish.
was on
We're
the
all,
plane
we're
like that-
detained on-
Oh, yeah,
off
totally.
The plane, and now we're waiting in the lobby. The whole entire flight is waiting in the lobby because they're going to have to sweep the plane to
Hang
check
on.
to see if there's anything. I don't know. They're sweeping. I don't know if they've sent the bomb unit in, or they look like housekeepers went on, so they're gonna send the housekeepers.
Is
on
it the
plane
bomb
and
unit
just
or the
sweep up and
housekeepers?
make sure there's no
You can usually
personal
tell a difference.
debris, and then we can take off to Orlando. But can you believe that?
They're gonna sweep up the debris.
I was gonna see the fireworks in Orlando just in time, but now this fucking lunatic lady lost her mind. So
I bet you it was about him. He's probably
How
like, yeah, it's
fucking-
me. I'm Carrot Top. And she's like, you're not Carrot Top. He's like, I'm Carrot Top. And she goes, that motherfucker right there.
Well, you
He's
just
not
saw
real.
y'all
Not
just saw
real.
him on there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think he's real either.
No, he looks
Well-
like a make-believe character.
he is a character. He's straight from The Simpsons.
Right.
That's sideshow Bob.
Yeah, essentially.
100%. Okay, so did I have any other videos on there?
No, those are,
cool.
Motherfucker's face.
those are the two videos.
Crap out of me.
All right, so I know we've talked about our feelings about Donald Trump
Yes.
and everything. However, I've got to play this because it's perfect, and y'all are gonna laugh. I feel.
It's the funniest thing.
They want to ban straws. Has anybody ever tried those paper straws? They're not working too good, right? Has anybody ever tried?
It just
seriously,
fits
the dish
so
was
good.
made out of paper, right? It disintegrates as you.
All they
drink
do is
it.
put
If you have a
Seinfeld music on
cup
it?
like this would have no chance. By the time you get finished, the straw is totally disintegrated. Does anybody walk around with a plastic straw? Because it's not bad. You know, you whip it out.
Kind
boom,
of does
boom.
sound like a Jerry
It
Seinfeld
does.
bit.
So they want to ban straws. I said, oh, really? What about the cart? What about the plate? What about the knives and the spoons that are plastic? Oh, they're okay. But the straws we got to ban.
That's kind of perfect.
So my question is was Jerry writing for him this entire time? When we just played? Is that
We were-
what
we
is
were
that what
played.
happened?
This is a whole wag the
The
dog
whole
situation.
thing was a bit. The whole 4 years was a bit.
I 100% feel like it had to have been
It could have been.
because you throw the Seinfeld music and it's perfect,
Yeah.
and now it's just a joke.
Now I feel like I won't be able to unhear that. Like I'm just gonna hear
I
that
know.
music anytime I hear him speak about anything. I'm gonna hear that in the background.
It makes it more bearable.
It makes it funny for sure.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I've got on that.
Okay.
Now I do have an update though. A year ago we talked about that crazy cobra that got out in Grand Prairie.
That
A
crazy
legitimate
old cobra.
A legitimate, not like a cartoon thing like you made it sound
Like
just
a
now.
real
A crazy cobra. A
You mean
real
like-
cobra.
You mean like
snake.
Cobra Kai? Like, the Karate Academy?
No, an actual snake
No.
that got out here in North Texas.
Yeah, so the guy was the guy who lost him was actually finally sentenced to jail, 180 months, I believe, or something like that. I have to go back and look at it. I don't have the article didn't pull up.
So like 12, 13 years?
No,
like,
not,
why don't they
not
just
quite
do
that long.
years?
It wasn't that quite that long.
Right?
That's too many months.
like,
100,
how old is
180
your
days.
kid?
180 days.
180 months.
180 months.
180 days. That's what it
Oh,
was.
okay.
180 days in jail, and then
Okay.
he also has to be on probation for like an additional several months afterwards. And they got him for releasing a exotic animal. That was what his
An
thing
extremely
was.
poisonous. Yeah.
So here's what got me as I read through the article. This guy wasn't trained in snakes or anything. He was a lottery winner. He won a large sum off of scratch offs and went and bought 2 fucking cobras. and kept them in cases, in like a case that did not have a latch. And the cobra had gotten out before.
Oh my gosh.
And here we are.
Wait, now he had 2 cobras?
2 cobras.
So is the other one accounted for?
From my knowledge, yes.
Okay.
I think he's like, I think it's in the possession of like a zoo now.
Well, one would hope.
All right, so what exotic animal would you keep if you won the lottery?
Ooh.
Man.
That just needs to go in the jar.
That's a pretty good one right there, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so exotic animal that I would keep. I would want I think I would want a primate of some sort.
Okay.
Or a giraffe.
Like the one from Friends, like a little one?
Like the capuchin?
Yes, like a
Yeah.
capuchin would be cool. I got to play with capuchins in Honduras.
I don't like the way you said
Your
that.
picture with the monkey on your head
I got
is
a
like
monkey
the
on my head.
biggest grin on your
Look,
face ever.
I'm going to tell you that was one of the happiest moments of my life.
It was
I'm so sorry.
I'm telling
So
you.
sad.
I'm so sorry.
No, okay, so that was
a good picture.
it was
guys.
such
It
an
was a funny
enjoyable.
picture.
It was pouring down rain the entire time we were there.
Right, you were wearing a poncho, weren't you?
Yeah, it was. We were soaked to the bone, and it was chilly. And I got to play with these monkeys, and they just like jump up on you. They tell you don't entice them, but I was enticing them.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the monkeys, man. I wanted to take one home with me. So a capuchin would be good,
Okay.
or a giraffe.
Theresa?
I am so over taking care of animals. I can't even really think about like.
Just what
I don't
one? If you didn't have
know.
any animals and you were like, man, I'm
You
rich.
won't have to take care of it.
I don't
You're
give a
so
shit.
rich.
I'm just gonna have this one thing because I think it'd be awesome.
I don't know. Maybe like a kangaroo.
Oh, kangaroo! There's a farm out towards Brock and all that has kangaroos.
Really?
And the not animal shelter, but the
Sanctuary.
animal hospital here over in River Oaks, Town and Country, treats them.
Wow.
In fact, I
That's
came up there to
smart.
bring my dog to get shots and whatnot.
And you got kicked right in the face by a
There was
kangaroo.
2 fucking baby kangaroos behind the counter.
Wow.
And they had these pouches that are made out of fabric hanging on the walls.
That's awesome.
And there's a French bulldog that hangs out with them.
That's cool.
They said they can't bring them up there anymore because they're big. But
Oh.
but there's 2 fucking baby kangaroos.
Yeah.
Insane.
Kangaroos.
That'd be cool.
I really like those cats. I don't know what they're called. You probably know because you know all about the cats. There's it's like a wild cat.
Serval?
I think yes, yeah, the ones you can like. Some people have in their homes.
The big
They're
ones.
not like they're big. They're not small cats, but they're
pointy-
not
It's
like,
like a-
the pointy ears.
Like
they
a
look
serval
like
or
they're.
a or African savanna cat or whatever.
They
I think
look
it's the
like
same
they're
thing.
basically
yeah.
from Egypt. Like they
Yeah,
look
yeah.
like an Egyptian type of cat. Yeah, those are
That'd be
pretty
cool.
legit.
Yeah.
and they're designed like their fur looks pretty legit. That or an octopus. Octopus you can actually buy.
Yeah, you could get that pretty easily.
And then
Yeah.
I'll eat it.
No, I think those things are some of the coolest animals.
You got to
alive.
watch out for them though because
get out.
They escape the
They're
tank.
escape
No, I don't
artists.
want things to escape.
You got to like enclose the top because they'll just get out and kind of like crawl on the floor and like hang out
And then die because there's no water.
So they're not the
Not
smartest,
the smartest one. Exactly.
but they're kind of smart.
But which kind of
They're like
octopus?
aliens.
Like a little one, or would
No,
you want a bigger
I
one?
want a big one.
Like a big one.
Like
yeah.
I could have like I think that's where the real coolness would be is like having a big ass fish tank so you could have like an octopus in there because octopus is not that hard to like acquire, but like having a big ass aquarium that would be the shit.
Yeah, you
I
just
would
got to go find
love
the
to have
ocean
biggest-
and scoop one up.
I mean yeah, why
Yep,
not?
That's it.
What about you, Javier?
Probably a capybara or a red panda.
oh,
panda would be
red
cool.
panda would be great.
Those things are awesome.
Forgot about yeah.
You know what I mean? What if we just got one of those Chinese bears? You know what I mean? The ones that are essentially people.
You know what? I believe now after seeing more videos
That
it's
it
an
is a
actual,
person.
No, it's not a person. It's an actual bear.
Really?
I think
It's just a video that kind of makes
Oh.
it look like a person.
No.
With the lumpy butt.
With
Like,
the yes,
yeah,
I was going to say a saggy ass, but yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Sass.
I've seen a lot of videos coming out here lately after watching that one because once you watch one of those and you like it on TikTok, they
They
just
just-
start
that's all.
showing you
It
more
feeds it to
videos.
you all day long, yeah.
And it's these videos of people at zoos, and these gorillas are wanting to like see what's in people's purses and asking for food and things like that, and like trying to figure out like, oh, you can't give me the food through here, and then like looking around or wanting to see like phones and stuff like that because people are holding up tablets and letting them see that, and like the zoos don't want you to do that. They want let these
Reduce
primates
the screen time
yeah
of the gorillas.
right because now they're addicted to
Yeah,
the
they're-
fucking screen time, right?
Yeah.
But I also saw one where one of the gorillas at a primate exhibit was telling them in sign language, "Do not feed me. I can't have food." Like he was signing that. I'm like, that is fucking crazy.
That's
Wow.
nuts. All right, Theresa. Well, it's been so much fun having you here on the
It has
show.
been
What do you
fun.
want to plug? What do you want to say before we go ahead and start wrapping up?
I would love for your listeners to visit amplify817.org and listen to some of the amazing artists that we have in this city. There's so many different types of musicians and artists and groups, and we've got something for everybody. I really do believe that in Fort Worth. We really do. And then come out to the Amplify 817 showcase because
Yes.
admission is free thanks to the foundation, and it's on August 18th, and it's going to be one hell of a show.
We'll be there for sure.
I love it.
Looking forward to it. And then you could find on social medias at Amplify 817.
At Amplify 817.
Awesome. You want to plug yours, or you just go with Amplify 817?
Amplify's good.
All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out with us on YouTube. If you don't already do so, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow us on all things social media at The Funky Panther, and all of this at thefunkypanther.com. Anything else you boys want to say?
There's a nude cruise coming out of Galveston that you can take.
A nude cruise.
All nude. It's on a Carnival ship, but it's not put on by Carnival. Look it up. Enjoy.
You heard it first.
That's all I got.
And donate to Saving Hope Rescue
Absolutely.
any chance you have. I know I've donated at least like $300 in the last 2 weeks. They need help with for their medicals, for their medical bills, and they bring pets from out of state and rescue them. So please find it in your heart to donate to them because it's such a great cause and they're such a great organization and great people that help.
Awesome. Well, stay good, everybody. Thank you, Theresa, for hanging out with us. We
Thanks for
really
having me.
appreciate you.
We love you so much. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us, especially, whatever, big thing you're going to have us on.
Absolutely.
I know you
We
are.
appreciate you. Stay good, everybody. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim.
And we are.
The Funky Panther!
Ah.
Okay, bye.